When you land in Vancouver, British Columbia, you're not actually in Vancouver. You're here in Richmond, which is Canada's West Coast gateway, surrounded by the mountains and the Pacific Coast. Now, although Richmond is neighbors to Vancouver, Whistler, Victoria, and Seattle, it has its own unique character and charm. Tourism Richmond is bringing together planners from across North America, as well as media, to come and check out what makes this destination excellent for planners with airport accessibility as a top priority. And here's another group now. But what really put Richmond on the map were the Vancouver 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games, which were held in part here at the Richmond Olympic Oval. Now, I understand that Tourism Richmond has introduced some fitness and maybe even some waterfront activities into our FAM itinerary, so I thought I'd come to their training facilities to see if I could get a leg up on the competition. Then we'll go off and see why Richmond isn't your typical airport city.
Well, welcome Jennifer and welcome FAMTripTV.com to beautiful Richmond, BC, Canada. Our media FAM trip is all around East meets West.
Right.
And this is the west part of bringing our flavors of Richmond to our meeting and events destination. And one of the things about this historic Steveston Village is this beauty that we have here. And it's a delicate find. We always think it's a delicate gem because what they can do here is take in all that Steveston has to offer. The neat thing about our destination, especially for delegates when they arrive at YVR, is that almost every single one of our hotels offers door-to-door shuttle service, and it's complimentary. We're really proud to say that we have a very diverse culture, and you'll experience that in our food and in our activities. We have 400 restaurants in our city that are Chinese restaurants with 26 hotels, 5,000 beds. Our meeting capacity really is up to 600 delegates. That wonderful iconic building called the Richmond Olympic Oval can do a lot.
And we're right beside the cannery, which I know that we're going to be looking at.
Yes, indeed, and that cannery is one of 2 National Historic Sites, which are great for meeting and event planners to consider bringing their delegates to.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Gail.
My pleasure and welcome.
Thank you. Chef Ian Lai hosts our FAM group on its first lunch on a sunny terrace amidst the beautiful surroundings of the Terra Nova Rural Park, one of 6 community gardens in Richmond. While explaining the vast size, scale, and scope of the project, we're fed a healthy organic meal from truly local produce that is prepared on site, then given an opportunity to explore the grounds. In addition to offering locals an important connection to agricultural stewardship, Terra Nova could be used as a spousal program, a community service initiative for those interested in getting their hands dirty, or a unique rural offsite venue. And as we'll soon find out, some of Richmond's most acclaimed restaurants and hotels maintain plots at Terra Nova and create their menus using the fresh herbs and veggies grown there.
What's your maximum that you could do for these meetings and events?
The barn capacity is 36, but if you have it open, we could have about 100 people out here. We can set up anything and set it up the way that, whether you wanted food stations or whether you wanted meeting space or some areas where you wanted to do some hands-on work and then do a meeting, breakout sessions. So it is 100 acres. You could go and do hide and seek and not find someone for a few weeks.
Our first hotel site inspection is with Melissa Morton of the Weston Wall Centre Vancouver Airport, host to many of the FAM participants and the newest hotel in Richmond.
We opened our doors in January 2010, so right in time for the Olympics. And essentially we're right in Vancouver's backyard. We're about 15 minutes from the downtown core. This is our presidential suite. So we do have a separate bedroom portion as well, but this room's great for small boardrooms, hospitality suites. All the pictures from the lobby and the restaurant all the way up is from Richmond. We worked with a local photographer during the construction phase and planning. All of our king rooms face north, so you get the mountains, and then our south views are beds with 2 queens. So 4th floor is our banquet floor, all of our meeting spaces here. The one thing that we are able to separate ourselves out a little bit from the competition is the fact that we have full natural lighting in every room, and we have storage closets, which is great for laptop bags or coats, and 11-foot ceilings. So it's not just like your standard hotel room where you kind of feel like you're in a bit of a box. So So as you can see with the rigging here, it's one of a kind. Vancouver doesn't even have this kind of a product, so we're really happy to be able to do that. So it can be broken into 3 different sections. Go right down the middle or 2 sections on the side. Each space is about 1,500 square feet. This is our Apron restaurant. It's the on-site hotel restaurant, and it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the cuisine varies from West Coast, so fish and pastas to pizzas, burgers, 24-hour room service as well. One final little treat to head over to see our health club and our indoor pools. Our sister hotel is the Sheraton Wall Centre downtown, and they've got the Vita Spa there. So we are able to bring those people out, and you can have in-room treatments. And that, my friends, is our hotel, essentially in a nutshell. I'd like to thank you again for taking the time out and coming to see us. And you guys have a jam-packed, busy couple days going on, but should be a good time. You're seeing more than I've seen yet in Richmond, so I'll have to reach out to you and let me know where to go.
No, you'll have to watch the episode.
Or I'll watch it on TV. Oh.
Little plug.
Little plug.
Let me welcome you to the Sheraton Vancouver Airport. We're very proud of our property. We converted to Sheraton in the fall of 2009, and with that came a multi-million-dollar renovation whereby we did all of our guest rooms and all of the function space, our restaurants, and so on. We're very proud of our end product, and with the Sheraton brand comes many things such as a beautiful fitness center. The rooms are gorgeous with a sweet sleeper bed. We've added Starbucks as well and completely redid our restaurant.
Harold Cross had been eating here with his wife for about 40 years now. When we renamed the restaurant, we thought there was no better name to have for the restaurant than Harold's.
And I looked around and I was, good God, they're going to put my name on all of this. It's gorgeous, you know, it really did a beautiful job.
The one thing on the meeting side that we're very proud of as well is hosting having the biggest ballroom space in Richmond. Can seat up to 600 for dinner and a total of very usable 25,000 square feet of meeting space throughout the hotel. We have a bit of a unique feature to Richmond in that we have a small green space in the courtyard of the hotel that houses our pool and our whirlpool.
Now I understand too that there's multiple properties within this block, the Marriott and the Hilton, and you have a relationship with those?
We do. They're all managed by the same company and we're very close friends. The nice thing about that is that we're able to host even larger functions than what the hotel can occupy or can handle. And the room inventory with the 2 other hotels and their cooperation goes up to about 865 rooms and in the vicinity of 35,000 square feet of meeting space.
Fantastic. That's a great option, especially with this close to the airport.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
If you have a large group of delegates committed to various hotel loyalty programs, keep them together at the Sheraton, Hilton, and Marriott, which are all situated on one city block, sharing both a parking lot and a management company, as well as shuttle service to the airport only 10 minutes away. Over 2 days, we're toured through all 3 full-service properties, learning that not only do they have their own unique selling features, they will cooperate with groups that need to extend their meeting facilities beyond one hotel.
So welcome again to the Hilton Vancouver Airport in beautiful Richmond, British Columbia. We are the only Hilton hotel in the Richmond area. We are a 237-room hotel, all suites as we like to call it, separate bedroom, separate living room in all our rooms. The Richmond Centre Mall is just 2 minutes walk from our hotel. It's one of the biggest malls in the area. And also the Lansdowne Mall is around 5 to 7 minutes walk. The Canada Line stations, 2 of them, Lansdowne and the Brig House, which is the last station here, are around 5 to 7 minutes walk. And they connect you to downtown Vancouver. Yeah, so we'll start with the ballroom. So this is a foyer area where we generally host our coffee breaks or lunch unless the client wants it inside. As I mentioned earlier, it breaks into 3 equal sections, so 1,140 square feet approximately. The total ballroom is around 3,400 square feet. This is set up for a meeting. This is 1/3 of the ballroom. One of the very few ballrooms in Richmond where you can drive a car in. So we have an AV technician on site. All rooms come with a sofa bed, so if they're getting their families along for a conference, it's perfect for us. I'll show you a deluxe corner suite. So these rooms are approximately 500 square feet, so they're an upgrade from the junior suite. And for a conference that you're planning to book, we'll be happy to generously give a lot of upgrades because we have a lot of these rooms. So those are the North Shore Mountains, the Fraser River there, and the Richmond Oval, the Olympic speed skating oval. We do have a fitness center and a tennis court that you saw from the room, and an outdoor swimming pool. And as I mentioned, we also have tie-up with the Steve Nash Fitness World for our guests. They can access it. It's 2 blocks from here, walking distance. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for coming.
Welcome FAMTV to the Vancouver Marriott Airport. 10 years old, we just newly renovated 2010 for the 2010 Olympics. So everything you see is brand new, upgraded. We have 237 guest rooms. We have about 23 executive corner suites. There's 4 of these rooms on each floor. This is our bedroom. Separate with our lovely, king suite.
Beautiful linens.
Scents that are with us are exclusive to Marriott, so you can't get them in the store.
It's a great brand.
And this is a lot of like the corner suite, except it doesn't have a balcony.
Okay.
But it comes with a sofa bed.
Yes.
And
Flat screen TV.
Flat screen TV. This combination room is actually one of our most popular because the sink is separate from the bathroom.
Right.
We also have our lovely meeting space. Newly renovated, new chairs, new carpets, new lighting. It's gorgeous up there. And it's about 4,337 square feet. We also share parking lot with 2 other properties, the Sheraton Vancouver Airport and the Hilton Vancouver Airport. And we can do meetings from up to 5,000 people in collaboration with those 2 hotels. We can handle pretty much anything downtown Vancouver can handle.
Very close to the Canada line, and you're only minutes from the airport.
Yes.
And from downtown Richmond.
And we have complimentary shuttle to and from the airport 24 hours a day, and the South Terminal. So if people are flying in from the interior of British Columbia, you can also fly in there. We have a lot of fishing business. They fly from here out into the coast of northern BC to catch their fish and come back and stay with us. So it's very convenient for all travelers.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, J.C.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Welcome, Jennifer, to the Richmond Olympic Oval. The main thing about this building, of course, is that it was an Olympic venue during the Games, so it has that wow factor that everybody wants to come see it. But it's also a very environmentally sustainable building. We have a huge 6.5-acre roof that's all done in pine beetle wood. The reasons why this building is important for meeting and event planners is the accessibility and versatility of activities here. We are extremely close to the Vancouver International Airport, to the U.S. border, to ferries, to over 1,000 hotel rooms within a 5-minute walking distance. And then as far as versatility goes, we can do everything from a small 10-person meeting and corporate team building session up to, as everybody would have seen, the Olympic Games. So there's quite a lot of versatility in there, and we do team building activities on the courts, we do tours around outside to see the artwork. So it's really a fantastic venue that meets everyone's needs. We have ice, we have a court zone, and we have a track and field zone as well, and pretty soon a climbing wall will be added to the facility, and we're also going to be adding an Olympic museum.
Fantastic.
And that will probably be done about by the end of the year.
Rebecca and I are members here. This is a fantastic place for families and for community, and also for high performance. And given it's an Olympic legacy, there's going to be lots of exciting competitions here for generations to come, whether it be Paralympic or whether it be able-bodied competition. It's great that you're bringing and encouraging, conferences and conventions and big events like meeting planners to come here.
This is the Delta Vancouver Airport Hotel, and we have several meeting space options here for you. We've got 414 guest rooms in total, and then over 16,000 square feet of meeting space. So this is the Viscount room. The thing that's really nice about this is that it's self-contained. So you've got washrooms back there, and there's some nice kitchen area there, so you can have full plated service out here. This ballroom is roughly just over 4,000 square feet. It can hold about 400 to 500 people, depending, of course, on your setups and everything. And it can be split up into 3 sections. All of our meeting space has natural daylight. And then we have the access to the courtyard here, which is really fantastic. This is what we call our flight deck and pool. It is licensed as well, so guests can have a beverage or a bite to eat. We can also do barbecues out here, which we have done, or this is really great for yoga breaks. This is our fitness center. It is complimentary and it's available 24/7 as well for in-house guests only. There's obviously complimentary water, and then there's apples and towels and everything as well. All of our guest rooms have fantastic views, floor-to-ceiling windows with windows that open. If your guests are here and you're not necessarily providing breakfast, but they need to be in the meeting room on time, they can grab a coffee. So Hemisphere North Restaurant, that's our breakfast venue. So there's a full buffet a la carte or continental.
The fun folks at Delta treated us to a relaxed waterfront dinner in their Pier 73 restaurant on the shore of the Fraser River, alongside their 138-slip marina. We even got to choose our dinner off the menu. What a novelty for a group of this size. Over the course of the FAM trip, our group was treated to 2 lovely breakfasts at properties that I feel would be ideal for the Association or Smurf markets. Smaller in size and economically conscious, the Abercorn Inn is a Best Western property in the style of a cozy European inn that was an obvious favorite for the locals.
It's 2,000 square feet. That's the size of our meeting room. This is the largest one. We have 2 other, and we can do about 180 theater style in here. All of our meeting rooms and guest rooms have been newly renovated.
On our second day, we toured the Radisson, who hosted another group breakfast while giving us a brief site inspection of their meeting facilities, pre-function space, and guest rooms before we headed off on our ambitious tour schedule. How many meeting rooms in total do you have?
We have 12.
Okay.
We have 8 in total, but because our breakout rooms break into sections, we have a total of 12.
So each room will have 2 standard queen size, and this is one of the Radisson brand product. It's the sleep number bed. So each individual can pick their own preference of the firmness and the softness of the mattress.
And a memorable favorite amongst my fam friends and I was seeing the resident rabbits that have made the rooftop gardens at the Executive Plaza their home. In addition to full conference facilities and guest rooms, the property is renowned as a long-term stay option with 100 full-service apartments available, as well as being home to Carver's, Richmond's top steakhouse.
Our chef who designed the menu, who's responsible for the recipes, just won the Best BC Chef Award by the Association of BC Chefs.
Thank you. Although some of us did get a chance to hit the streets and ride our bikes or wander through historic Steveston Village and along the shores of the Pacific, hands down our favorite group activity was dragon boating.
This is our event hall. It's a fantastic space for meetings. If you're having a seated reception, we say 150. We'll give you plenty of room for everything that you need. This is actually a fully floating facility, so you're standing on top of water right now, which may be hard to believe. If you look outside, this is the middle arm of the Fraser River here. It's one of the largest rivers around.
Very few of us had any experience, and we were all of differing fitness levels, yet we all teamed together under the careful guidance of our fearless leader Michael and had a blast learning how to row a dragon boat as one.
Paddles up, push it out, take it away, 1, 2, 3.
And despite the warnings, we only got a little wet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The FAM at Vancouver Airport is the only luxury hotel and spa within the Vancouver International Airport Terminal. So if your meeting was to be held at our property, it is quite a unique experience. The delegates arrive on their flight, head up our escalators into our tranquil oasis of a lobby, which is fully soundproof. The entire hotel is soundproof, from meeting space to guest rooms as well. They check in and head up to their room. Also, they can choose to dine in our restaurant or Jetside Lounge. The next day, they can expect to head into their meeting rooms, which all have natural light and are also fully soundproof, have a seamless, flawless meeting experience with every need that they could possibly want anticipated by our experienced banquet team. We have a newly refurbished spa. It has 7 treatment rooms, and we have the new addition of our spa cuisine. So our recently appointed chef has actually added that in so you can have the full day spa experience if you wish.
Excellent,
yes.
Excellent. Well, I know that the last time I was here, when I had my meeting here, we did use the spa, so I was grateful.
It's a very civilized way to travel, that's for sure.
It is.
We have just won a couple of awards. So we have been listed as #1 airport hotel in North America by the World Airport Awards recently in Copenhagen. And we also are #5 in the world. So that's very exciting for us. We also were awarded by Northwest Meetings and Events magazine as a top hotel in BC with meeting space for under 400 rooms. So definitely something else for us to celebrate. And lastly, just a few weeks ago, we now rank 10 on Travel + Leisure's top 100 large city hotels. So, Cheers. Thank you, and it's all because of you, all of you nominating us and bringing your groups here, and we would love to host every single one of you, so please come back and visit us soon.
In keeping with the East Meets West FAM theme, the 2 off-site restaurants we visited were Asian-inspired. Our lunch at Posh was an authentic interactive sukiyaki experience in their second-level semi-private dining space. This traditional Japanese hot pot meal was both fun and healthy. Dinner with all of the FAM partners in the private dining room at Jade Seafood Restaurant was a unique experience. The restaurant was packed with locals clamoring for their award-winning seafood and traditional and contemporary Cantonese dim sum. Both the chef and venue have received recent accolades, with their chef recognized as the Chinese Chef of the Year and earning the title Best Cantonese Dim Sum Restaurant.
We can accommodate maximum about 300 people. And we have a private room which can seat 50 people. You can order whatever you want, not only what's on menu, because on menu it's only very limited for Chinese food, because there's so many foods available out there, so you can always call a day ahead of time and say, I want to eat this, I want to eat that, can you do it? Sure, we can do it.
Day or night, there's something interesting and engaging to do in Richmond. Originally from Taiwan, the owners of the Lulu Winery recognized an opportunity to market locally grown berries combined with other fruits and grapes from the BC interior through a traditional Chinese winemaking method. They are now the largest exporter of wine to China and offer tastings of their fruit wines from their 22,000 square foot facility to groups and individuals alike. If you're in Richmond over the weekend, a must-do is the Summer Night Market, the only one of its kind in North America. The temporary tents are set up in a large parking lot Friday through Sunday evenings only. For a moment, I forgot I was in British Columbia, feeling transported into an authentic Asian market with opportunities to sample exotic foods from the Orient and purchase trinkets and curious merchandise you can only find here.
Welcome to the Gulf of Georgia Cannery National Historic Site. It's a salmon cannery that was built in 1894, and it's been restored as a place for the Government of Canada to commemorate the history of the West Coast fishing industry. So what we're going to do is walk down to the very beginning of the canning line. As you can see, there's some pretty big spaces here. Most of the exhibitry is fixed, but some of it can be moved around. This is our canning line exhibit. This is always here. And we offer, for things like spousal programs, we have guided tours. For the public, they go regularly every hour on the hour, but if you bring in a group of people, they'll schedule somebody to take that group around. And they talk about not just the technical process of how you can salmon, but also the different groups who worked in the building. Even 120 years ago, you would have people from Japan, people from China, India, First Nations people, Europeans all working under one roof here. I mean, all the machinery and so on is interpreted with interpretive panels, and we find that's a really great way for people who are, if you're doing an event here, to meet other people rather than just sitting at a table in you know, a hotel ballroom perhaps. They can walk around, look at the exhibits, you know, talk to people maybe they haven't met before, and it's a good conversation starter. Also, because you've got people who may be coming in from all different areas of North America or the world, they can all sort of hopefully relate to some of the stories told from the immigrants who worked here.
And have your kids program here as well.
Yeah, and we mentioned those little fish tails and things kids can pull, and there's lots of things kids can interact with. This is the old boiler room. We were able to convert it into a theater.
Yeah.
And it's 49 seats that were salvaged from an old movie theater in the area. And it has hookups for a laptop, and so you can do presentations. So great, that's your lightning fast tour of the Gulf of Georgia Cannery.
So Howard, we're here at the River Rock. Please tell me about it.
Well, Jen, really excited to welcome you here to River Rock. River Rock's sort of a discovery of all sorts of different amenities and attractions. For the convention traveler, River Rock is really exciting because we have so many different options for you. We have small meeting convention space right on the water, which the views are second to none. We have great ballrooms right here. And we also have our 1,000-seat show theater, where not only the stars come out to play, but also some great conventions and trade shows occur all the time. River Rock Resort has 4-diamond status, which means we really cater to everyone's needs and wants. We have all-suite hotel rooms here on this side of the property, and we're opening up a new 200-suite boutique hotel called The Hotel in November across the way. We're sitting right here at Tramonto, which is our 5-diamond Italian restaurant, which is just a wonderful meal and menu selection that's seasonal. We also have 9 other food and beverage options, including wonderful fire pits during the summer, because, you know, British Columbia is known for its wonderful weather, and we take advantage of that right on property. We have an indoor pool and water slide. We also have a wonderful day spa where you can go anything from manicures, pedicures to world-class massages. And we also have other amenities. We have full computer and center and able to do business and meeting, full concierge service 24 hours a day. And of course, a little thing we call the River Rock Casino, which has over 1,000 slots and table games, and is really a lot of excitement with a lounge. Put your bet on there. Okay. Right on the spade. Loading. There we go, big better. Now, this is called blackjack.
Okay.
So the whole objective is to get 21, right? Yeah, cut the cards.
Put that right.
Wherever you want. Wherever you feel. And here we go. Now these cards are dealt face down. It's double deck pitch. One of the only ones, well, the only one in British Columbia, this game.
Okay.
This is the old style blackjack. Here we go. Something to do for everyone 24/7.
Fantastic, Howard. Thank you so much for summarizing it so concisely for us.
Thank you.
We finish our East meets West fam at the Kuan Yin Temple of the International Buddhist Society, the most authentic temple of traditional Chinese architecture in North America. Situated on 12 manicured acres with courtyards, bonsai gardens, murals, sculptures, and reflecting pools, the temple serves one of the largest congregations of Buddhists in British Columbia. In respect for their traditions, we were unable to film the fam group in their formal morning meditation session. But James Boyle of Infonex tells us about his experience.
All of a sudden you're in the space and everything disappears around you. Everything becomes quiet. Everything is peaceful. This morning I came with an open mind and said I'm going to try this, and I'm very grateful I did, and it was an incredible experience.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Today is our last day with our East meets West fam. And I really just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all very, very much for taking the time from your busy schedules to come out to Richmond.
It's been an ambitious fam, but it's wonderful to finish in such a peaceful oasis. Thank you, Tourism Richmond. Because I like if I'm going to be doing this, I don't want to look like a goofball. Leather. Sorry. Working hard, working hard.
Keep on rolling, baby. Keep on moving.
Just because I feel like I'm like. Okay. It's Steve, right?
Believe it or not, I'll do my best to
Who
swallow.
are you again? Okay.
Do you want?
Oh,
Not scared.